Hi everyone, thank you for joining me. This is Living Divinity. I hope everybody's doing good today. I want to thank all of those who have subscribed. I really appreciate you. If I didn't have you, there'd be no reason for me to be here. So thank you for joining in. And I want to thank God that we can all come together. And I'm sharing the reading, okay? Let's see. So I'm going to begin reading out of the Bible. And I'm in Proverbs 20. Wine is a mocker and beer is a brawler. Whoever is led astray by them is not wise. A king's wrath is like the roar of a lion. He who angers him forfeits his life. It is to a man's honor to avoid strife, but every fool is quick to quarrel. A sluggard does not plow in season, so at harvest time he looks but finds nothing. The purpose of a man's heart are deep waters, but a man of understanding draws them out. Many a man claims to have unfailing love, but a faithful man who can find? The righteous man leads a blameless life. Blessed are his children after him. When a king sits on his throne to judge, he winnows out all evil with his eyes. Who can say, I have kept my heart pure, I am clean without sin? Deferring weights and deferring measures, the Lord detests them both. Even a child is known by his actions, by whether his conduct is pure and right. Ears that hear and eyes that see, the Lord has both of them. Do not love sleep, or you will grow poor. Stay awake, and you will have food to spare. It's no good, says the buyer. Then off he goes and boasts about his purchase. Gold there is, and rubies is abundance, but lips that speak knowledge are a rare jewel. Take the garment of one who puts up security for a stranger. Hold it in pledge if he does it for a wayward woman. Food gained by fraud tastes sweet to a man, but he ends up with a mouthful of gravel. Make plans by seeking advice. If you wage war, obtain guidance. A gossip betrays a confidence, so avoid a man who talks too much. If a man curses his father or mother, his lamp will be snuffed out in pitch darkness. An inheritance quickly gained at the beginning will not be blessed at the end. Do not say, I'll pay you back for this wrong. Wait for the Lord, and he will deliver you. The Lord detests differing weights, and dishonest scales do not please him. A man's steps are directed by the Lord. How then can anyone understand his own way? It is a trap for a man to dedicate something rashly, and only later to consider his vows. A wise king winnows out the wicked. He drives the threshing wheel over them. The lamp of the Lord searches the spirit of a man. It searches out his inmost being. Love and faithfulness keeps a king safe. Through love his throne is made secure. The glory of young men is their strength, gray hair the splendor of the old. Blows and wounds cleanse away evil, and beatings purge the inmost being. So that was all of Proverbs 20. So God bless, right? It's a blessing. So moving forward, we're at Miracles Now. And our card today is, I welcome abundance and I will pay attention to the guidance I receive. So yesterday I did a reading, which two of them just downloaded, and it had reference to when you receive abundance. You can't boast about how it was all about you. You have to bring God into the conversation. You have to be thankful that God allowed you to have this abundance in your life. And you have to appreciate it. And to say it genuinely is the best way to say it, right? Because God already knows your heart. He knows if you're being fake. He knows if you have ulterior motives. He knows everything about you. He knows everything that's happened in your past, what you're doing today, and what your future holds. It's already destined. So just pay attention to your words and always be thankful. When you greet people, always do it with humility and humbleness, and just be more of your inner self, your higher self. So with that said, if anyone has a different opinion or something to add on, please put it in the comments. I'd be curious to see other viewpoints, and I'm sure I didn't hit all the spots regarding abundance. Okay? Next we have the native spirit. And today we have the tribal spirit dancer. So I brought these back because, well, I'm not Indian, but my family is, my heritage is tribal. And I believe the messages are very, very clear, and, well, I just think they're good messages. Anyways, let's go. Card meaning: let go, say yes to life, be daring, dance to your heart's desire, unfurl your wings and fly, cast aside conventions and restrictions, tune in to the rhythm of life. Laugh, explore, go beyond your predictable behavior. Sometimes life is messy and chaotic, and that's okay. Leave the dishes, run outside in the sprinklers. Your native spirit wants you to know you are on the planet to be free. You don't always need to meet the expectations of others. You are here to explore, expand, and step into your extraordinary self. Of course, there are times to live an ordinary life, but there are also times to joyously fling your arms to the heavens and dance. Choose life on your terms. Clear out mental and emotional clutter. Move beyond those situations that you have outgrown. Do not accept the rules you have placed on yourself or that others have placed on you. This is your time. Do not delay listening to the rhythm of your heart and following your dreams. The journey, turn on music and move. Tribal dance isn't about looking good. It's about feeling the beat inside your heart and expressing this with your body and your emotions. If you want to break free, then start first by expressing yourself wild and free, and the circumstances of your life transform. I'm sorry. Okay. So just so you know, it's early in the morning, and I had these cards sitting on the Bible all night. I wanted to do a midnight reading, but you kind of have to feel all there. You can't just be half asleep or half tired and try to do a reading, right? So this divine feather, and that's the feather, and the bird is the raven. So let's see what the raven has to say. Okay. Raven is a symbolic messenger from the family of blackbirds. All of the blackbirds hold some level of mystery and magical energy. Raven is a power bird, decidedly aligned with the strong feminine energy of the universe. Often called a messenger of prophecy, Raven calls us to tune in and take notice of what's happening around us. Odin of Norse mythology had 2 raven companions, representing thought and memory. Recognizing the raven's sharp mind and keen intelligence encourages us to trust ourselves and our own supreme being. Messenger, or the message. Raven's message is one of empowerment. His distinct call awakens you to notice your personal power and to accept this as your truth. Oftentimes we ignore the signs on the path and deny our own importance. That time is officially over. You are being called to notice and follow the signs and synchronicities of the universe that will awaken your inner wisdom. You may feel called to a higher vision and reach for yourself. The blackness of the raven's feather represents untapped potential and the expansive universe. Follow the guidance of Raven and own your power now. The energies, insight, prophecy, power, season, fall and winter. The element, earth, air. The color, black, blue, purple. The affirmation, I claim my divine power and open to unlimited potential. Okay, next will be the Akashic Tarot. And this morning I did my shuffling. And I gotta take my sweatshirt off, I'm sorry. Getting warm in here. Before I start the reading, I'm going to turn my heater off so it doesn't come back on. So our weather here is, well, I'm sure it's colder in some places, but we're in May, right? And it's only supposed to be like 60 degrees today. So it's a big difference from Hawaii weather. Hawaii weather would be 80, at least 78. So it's a big difference. And although I've been here 3 years, it's still cold to me. However, it's dry here compared to Hawaii. So if the sun is shining, it feels warmer, but I think it might be overcast today. Okay, so give a couple more shuffles. I saw Archangel Michael in the stack. So that's good news. So I know I'm not supposed to put anything on the Bible. I just feel like the Bible holds a lot of power, and I feel like it cleanses my cards, and I feel like it gives us a, kind of a new start, right? Just like every day, a brand new start. It's a way that we can meditate, and it's a way that we can appreciate. It's a way we can be thankful, right? Every new day is a new day. It's an opportunity to make your life better. You might be considering exercising right now. You might consider how and what you're consuming, fried foods, too much butter on your potatoes, and all that good stuff to try to clean your body and make it run more efficiently. And I saw this video of a lady who was, I guess she's been doing it for a couple of years. I just saw her, but the first one I saw her, she was 71, and she really looked like she was 40. And I questioned, oh, well, maybe she's had, face work done, but she appears very natural, and she doesn't eat meat, and She exercised, and she said she could do a whole bunch of push-ups and stuff like that. So, you know, I haven't really worked into my whole workout that I used to do in Hawaii, but I want to get there. And part of that is joining a small gym that has all the equipment that I used when I lived on Oahu, and then, you know, the floor space to do my aerobics. So I look to that in the future as being part of my lifestyle. It's just working out all the bugs, right? Okay, so let me do my cuts, and then I can begin the reading. Okay, at the bottom is the Queen of Roses. I'm going to take her off. And the Hilarion. Three of Forces, new family, getting ready to add to your family, possibly. Okay, so I'm going to save these to read for last, and I'm just going to begin the reading. First card we have is the King of Scrolls. So right now on the board we have the Queen of Roses and the King of Scrolls, which is a match because it's the King and Queen, but they're different because one's a scroll and one's a rose, right? Okay, King of Scrolls. A man holds a scroll as he looks across a well-groomed garden. A number of scrolls lay on the garden bench next to him. He is the King of Scrolls, a man of learning, and he can be helpful to you in a number of ways. This man may be present in your life already. If not, you'll be meeting him soon. He may be an author, teacher, or communicator who will assist you in some professional way. He could also be a friend who brings wisdom through his own studies and spiritual practices. Be open to the guidance this man offers, for it could help lead your life in exciting new directions. As with any king and queen regarding a new love interest for you or another, depending upon the location of the spread, his wisdom is compelling, and there are likely to be many interesting and lively discussions. This card may also represent you or someone you know who is longing for deeper understanding and a greater clarity of thought. Now is a great time to pursue new interests, perhaps even enroll in some classes or attend a lecture or two. A position in teaching, counseling, advertising, writing, publishing, or the like may be on the agenda now. A treasure trove of discoveries waiting for you, so let your mind and your life soar. Next we have the Ark of the Covenant, Major Arcana 11. Okay. The stars are shining on a serene desert night. Fires burn before a number of white tents. Inside one of the tents, just beyond the open front flap, rests the Ark of the Covenant. Two men sit by a crackling fire nearby. At the most mundane level, this card can represent a beneficial legal contract or title transfer. It also can show successfully working with professionals such as brokers and lawyers. More often, it indicates that you are living true to your own karmic contract, facing your lessons of growth and working toward greater discoveries and bringing your unique contribution to the world. Your karma does not rule you, you rule it. When the work becomes too great, taking a rest doesn't break with your covenant. It supports it. You understand the phases of time and energy, and you work within those phases. Some of your karmic directives at this time may involve other people. If so, make sure there is no urgency need, or personal agenda in play. Do not let yourself get pulled into an emotional drama. Know that the things that require your attention now reflect a commitment that has a far-reaching influence that may impact your present as well as your future lives. So continue to work toward your higher purpose, to uphold the sacred covenant you have to touch the world with your light. Now close your eyes and imagine the Ark of the Covenant opening before you. Within it, you see the contract that contains your highest purpose. What is that purpose? Sense one word and one action you can take today to pursue it. Okay. Next we have the Seven of Scrolls, intricacies and industry. So this one's come up like almost every time. So it's regarding the plumb bob. It's regarding all the little stones that it takes to build such a magnificent building, right? And it's going to be there for a long, long time. Work on a Renaissance cathedral has just begun. At first, this building seems modest, but in time, its grandeur will reach several stories high and across the centuries. But now, piles of stones and rock dot the scene. A mason bends, focusing intently on a plumb bob that hangs next to a partially built wall. This instrument helps him determine if the wall is straight and true. At a very basic level, this card could indicate building or renovating a home or business. This card also shows that you're on your way to greatness, but it requires attending to even the tiniest of particulars. Be diligent with the specifics in your strategy and pay considerable attention to detail and follow through. While you have a long-term goal in mind, the small steps are what's important now. Even the most magnificent cathedrals were built stone by stone, day by day. It's only by heaping up the small that the great can be achieved. Okay, and it's telling you to pay attention to the neighboring cards. So the card before that was the Ark of the Covenant. And we'll see what the next one is in just a minute. Okay. There's a situation in your life that requires your attention to detail right now. Close your eyes and imagine that this situation is a puzzle in pieces on a table in front of you. Imagine the individual pieces and sense what you notice and feel about them. Seven of Scrolls. So real quick, as I'm reading, it's crazy, but I feel like my lips are swollen, which they aren't. But the words are not that easily flowing, so that would indicate that someone doesn't want me to speak. And the crazy thing is if you tell me that I can't do something, if you tell me that I'm not worthy, if you tell me that this isn't my path, guess what? It makes me work harder and faster, and I want to do it more and more and more until everything quiets down. Okay? So I'm going to set this in my little jar and let some of the smoke fill the room. So remember that your mind has to be very strong, and it takes work. I checked my stats on the YouTube, and it says the majority of the people that are here are seeing the video are like in their early 50s into their 60s is my majority collective. Okay. And I think it has to do with the appreciation of actual reading, like reading out of a book. A lot of people want to get their messages real quick, and the other tarot readers that know their cards really well, they just speak about it and move forward, and you know, they do really good work, and it's a little bit at a quicker than I am. Anyways, reading out of the book, word for word, will give you the opportunity to choose what's for you and what's not. And you can get the idea of the whole meaning of the card. And this is not to say that my way is the right way and their way is the wrong way. It's just saying that we're all different and we all operate differently, although it's giving a message, right? It's all the same, it's just different. So I think the older group appreciates actually hearing the story that comes out of the book that the author is trying to, you know, put out there for you. Okay, Beeth, birth. The sun shines upon a plain in England where stands an ancient hedge in the distance and a grove of birch trees nearby. Upon many of the trees is carved the old Celtic Ogham letter Beeth, which represents the birch tree and stands for birth. A beautiful woman walks forward carrying a basket while two children run happily toward her. With this card, it's time for a new start, perhaps an actual birth or at least a metaphorical one. An old phase is passing away and a new one begins, but even this new beginning has its roots in your deepest histories and your past lives. There may be some labor involved, but it's a labor that bears fruit. This card is associated with fertility, sensuality, and motherhood. There may be new energy in a romance, the family, or the home. You could be giving birth to a creative project, to whatever it is. Celebrate. Prepare for the wonderful growth and opportunities that are about to come. Close your eyes and imagine yourself stepping into the proverbial pregnant moment. Feel the creative forces popping and sparking within and around you. What would you like to create with this energy? It's really a beautiful card. Okay, next we have the King of Forces. So right now we have the King of Scrolls, and now we have the King of Forces, and later I'll be reading about the Queen of Roses. The King of Forces. A man standing by a stream is surrounded by different animals of the woods. The power of nature is all around him. In the earth below his feet, the water running by, and the star-filled nebula in the sky above. Yet he is a force himself, exerting calming influence on the wolf and the rabbit, which are natural enemies. Upright, the card indicates the presence of a man who has a powerful and positive energy. He comes with good intentions. Gentleness and honesty resonate from him. If you don't know this man yet, his energy will be coming into your life soon. He could bring support for a special project, a work issue, or just your life in general. He may also be a possible love interest. So in order to be open to receiving a man of honor, make sure you engage in honoring and being tender toward yourself. For you or a man around you, there could be a position coming in any of the careers natural to the King of Forces, such as electronics, astronomy, physics, geology, alternative fuel, any of the earth sciences and new industries, and environmental care. Any activity connecting with earth energy and nature are beneficial to you at this time. Whether you are male or female, this also reveals an important side of yourself. Feel the balance and beauty of nature and know the powerful forces always moving within and around you. Close your eyes and sense the King of Forces by your side. Feel universal beauty and power move within you, through you, and around you. Feel how gentle his force and wisdom are. How will you rule the forces and allow them to serve you? Next, Archangel Gabriel, Major Arcana 3. Okay. So, it's pretty early in the morning and I haven't had breakfast yet. But I did eat a grapefruit and I thought it would hold me over, but maybe some toast will be good later. So when I have my toast, I sometimes I do put butter on it, but I love avocado, so I put that on it, which is really good. You should try it. Okay. Archangel Gabriel. Gabriel is the divine messenger, the archangel of communication. He comes with his trumpet and scroll as well as 2 gentle sparrows, signifying power yet peaceful expression. On his chest he wears the crest of Mercury, the god of communication. This loving angel carries the sacred words of truth into the world and brings them easily to you. When this card appears upright, it indicates a profound connection to this wonderful presence. Your power of expression is now on the rise. You will have an easier time communicating with others, expressing your feelings, and even working on projects involving communication, such as publishing, counseling, teaching, mediumship, journalism, marketing, radio, or television. Now is the time for any of these endeavors, but no matter what you do, remember the power of words. Call on Gabriel to inspire you and let yourself sing out. Feel the Archangel Gabriel step before you and place his hand upon you. He fills you with the will to express your words. What do you want to share and with whom? So, when I moved here from Hawaii, I just brought my dog, my loving dog, and a couple suitcases. So I really had to rebuild, and, not everything is new, but it functions, right? And I actually have a dear friend who was so giving to me, and very thoughtful, very blessed lady I went to school with. But I've given her a lot of things, right? And this is not to say I'm trying to tell you that whatever. I'm not trying to say the fact that I gave to her. What I'm trying to say is it rings true that when you give a little, people return a lot. So she actually gave me a lot, and I was able to pay her like tenfold, right? Because I do paintings, and I freely gave her like about a dozen of them, maybe less, maybe like 8. Anyways, so she can use them in her house when she feels like she's already put up like 3 of them. I think she has like 6 or 7 just kind of resting against a wall. And so I wanted to repay her in a way to let her know that I really appreciate her. So to follow the, like God's guidelines is what he says is, you'll be paid back tenfold or 100-fold or 1,000-fold, whatever you believe. But I wanted to give her back more than what she gave me as a statement, that I want to follow God's way, is to give back more than you receive. So when you reach out to God, and you're thankful to him and you appreciate him and you live your life a certain way that brings you peace, Peace is like something that has no value to it, right? But it's something like value in the real world. But to have your peace within you is everything. And to know, for me to know that I could really call her and ask her for any help and she would be willing to help. It gives me a sense of peace. And I just want to say there are very good people out there. And, you know, they're not perfect, but neither are you. And the ones that show a higher quality of humanitarian, a higher quality of helping out without any expectation of receiving back. You know, those are the people that you want in your little circle, and the people you want to spend your time with, right? However, she lives in the next town up, and she has her own job and she has her own life. So I just basically, you know, we kind of just reach out and, you know, conversate like however often. But the closeness to me is always there. So let me move forward. We're 36 minutes in. Six of Forces, the waterfall. Got something on my foot. Okay, sorry. Six of Forces. Oh, yeah, Six of Forces. A towering waterfall roars down into a beautiful body of water. In the upright position, this card reminds you of your incredible personal power and supports you in opening up to the forces within. Know that you are a dynamo in the universe. You have the ability to shape any situation in a way that honors you and moves your life forward. The element of water is fluid, like the waterfall. Your personal energy never stops. Your life force is never ending. It springs from your eternal past and roars into your limitless future, extending into the farthest reaches of the universe. It is a time of deep thought and even deeper emotions, as well as an expansion of psychic energy. Use this time to act on these and tap your power that is ever flowing. With the deep breath, fill every part of your being with the energy of a great waterfall. Feel the power that electrifies and lights the world pouring through you. How do you want to use it today? Next, we have the Eight of Keys, the Master Artisan. Inside a bright and bustling artisan workshop, apprentices are busy at their workbenches, which are arrayed with the beautiful fruits of their labors. The master artisan pours a number of beautiful, shining gems into the open hand of one of his apprentices. This card indicates that you now have the opportunity to offer your talents, your purpose, and your gifts to the world, making a contribution to many. Don't be shy and don't hold back what you have to share. It's not the time to hide your light under a basket. As a matter of fact, you may now find yourself teaching or training your skill set to others. You may also be demonstrating your gifts and performing your talents publicly. Even if your gifts lie in the ability of loving, compassionate care, you will be sharing those gifts with others. In this period of time, you can build your reputation and take advantage of the opportunities that come your way. So take action, put yourself out there, and let yourself shine. There is much beauty and empowerment for you to bring to the world. Close your eyes and feel yourself filled with all of the gifts you have to share with the world. Sense those energies pour through your heart and mind and out to the people around you. Feel the ease of the sharing. You cannot be drained, for all that you give flows back to you unceasingly. To create return, do the sharing frequently. Excuse me. So it's a great confirmation that I just read the Six of Forces and I shared that little story. So now we have the Master Artisan who says the same thing. So Spirit is here with us and it's very evident. So now we have the One of Roses. And it is, let me open these blinds up real quick. It's It's like 6 o'clock, but there is some light out. I want to bring some light in. Okay. One of Roses. Oops. There we go. Roses are scattered around a contract on a brightly lit desk. When this card appears upright, it means that a valuable union is at hand. A romantic commitment may be coming your way, or perhaps a love from your past lives is returning to you. A business commitment may be forthcoming, such as the offer of a promotion or a new job, or the opportunity to form a partnership or create a new business venture. This card could also indicate the signing of other types of papers, including the sale or purchase of a house or the beginning of a new investment. Either way, this card is filled with light, and it indicates that good results are in the offing. As with many cards, part of the meaning refers to you. It is a reminder to be conscious of your commitment to yourself. If you want others to put you first or to help bring happiness to your life, then you must commit to do the same. Your self-honoring choices will set the groundwork for all your partnerships to thrive. Close your eyes and with a deep breath, bring in the word commitment. Feel its energy fill you with dedication and purpose. You are ready to make a priority of every commitment, large and small, in your life, especially to yourself. So number 1, Roses. You put yourself at the forefront, standing next to God. You always have to put yourself first. You can't let people manipulate you and tell you to go in a direction that makes them happy when it actually doesn't, fit who you want to be or what you want to be doing, whatever the situation may be. You have to commit to yourself. The other thing about committing to yourself is that you'll exude that out there energetically. So if someone knows that, hey, this guy or girl is all about themselves in a way that's a loving, compassionate way, they will respect that, and they will give that back to you, because energetically that's what you're asking for. You're asking, when you love and take care of yourself, you want other people to love and take care of themselves, which in turn, if both you and your partner or you and your relatives are doing that one role, then you know that there's going to be self-respect, right? Self-respect for self-respect for others, and communicating in a healthy way. Next we have the Muse, Major Arcana. Okay, that is a 15, the Muse. The Muse plays a song of upliftment and imagination. The petals of inspiration drift upon the wind, filling the air with light and creativity. This card shows a time of very heightened and resourcefulness and inventiveness for you. Any creative project, new or old, can receive exceptional energy now, both from you and from the universe. Call to the Spirit Muse and let them join you and the Creator within. Lift your project to the skies. Close your eyes and touch in with the force of inspiration and pure potential. A swirl of music, beauty, movement, and imagination flow through you and around you. You can give birth to any possibility. Feel this power of creation now. So since my people are about my age, I want to tell you a quick story. When I was about 7 or 8, I went to our local park here, Leroy Park, and there was these 2 teenage girls, and they were sitting down on the grass, and they started talking to me, so I was talking to them. And my parents took me to see a Barbara Streisand movie. And, she has a beautiful voice. I mean, maybe some people don't appreciate her, but I really loved going to the movies with my parents. And the singing and stuff was just amazing to me. But the two girls asked me what my name was. And I said, Barbara. And they said, Barbara what? And I said, Barbara Streisand. So the girls started giggling, and they were like, can you sing for us? And I was like, no, I'm not going to sing for you right now. And so I don't remember everything that was said. I just remember that little part. And it turned out that they knew my oldest brother. So my oldest brother, well, my sisters, they're all like 10 years older than me, but so it turned out that I was called Barbara Streisand for a while. But it's a funny story if you can imagine a little kid thinking there's someone else. Anyways, that's one of my fonder memories, right? Of having a big imagination, and life was good when I had my folks. Okay, 5 of Roses. That's one of my favorite stories about growing up. Okay, 2 children play in a sunny, lush, green garden. A boy shoots a slingshot while the girl next to him watches a butterfly in the flowers with a magnifying glass. If the children aren't a part of your life already, this card could show their arrival. It could also indicate that your children, even adult children, could become more of a focus for you. They may have some concerns of their own, but even so, opportunities for things to mend come easily right now. There also may be a real change and benefit for one of your children who has made a special effort recently. This is a very advantageous time for the children around you. Enjoy it and help them enjoy it too. Okay, it's indicating to pay attention to the cards. So the card before was the Muse, and we will see what the next card is. But this one says, close your eyes, stepping into the garden, become the child you used to be in heart and mind. Let the child within you take a look around for one of the children in your life who is also playing here. What new perspectives do you have when the child you are meets a child around you? Next, we have the light of the world. Okay. So, Major Arcana, the light of the world. An old sage holds a glowing lantern and knocks on a door with no latch. A young man inside is too distracted to answer the knock. Your divine being is trying to get your attention. All it takes is a moment of your awareness to open the door. Though your life may be busy, the opportunity now presents itself to you to move into a higher awareness. It's a great time to open to your higher self and all its wisdom and powers. It is your soul, your eternal being, who approaches, but it is up to you and only you to open the door. You do that by taking real and regular action and knowing and feeling the wise and radiant being you are forever. Through meditation and study, you can own that enormous love, power, and vision. You can make every day sacred by going within. Once you do, you will know a radiant and greater power in every step and with every word. You will be able to bring this magnificent force to your world, changing your life forever. With a deep breath, you fill yourself with the grace and peace and light of your higher self. Your vision opens to a wider universe, and you realize that you have all the time and power in the world. Eternity fills you. Next, we have 20, another major arcana. And this is will, wisdom, and mind. All right, let me get a sip before I start reading. We're at 50 minutes in. A gold crown of power and authority rests above a Celtic Trinity knot. On the other side of the Celtic knot are the alchemical symbols for fire and water. Below is the ancient three-legged symbol of the coat of arms from the Isle of Man. This card brings with it a time of enormous power, balance, and expression. The first three rays, or the energies of the divine, move within you equally. Power and will, love and wisdom, and intellect or mind. You are working intimately, even if you're not conscious of it, with the ascended masters who are linked to these energies. With the participation of the masters, you can raise your focus to a higher power and purpose. You can combine the fire of creativity with the water of receptivity in order to make your contribution to the world. With the gold crown raised high, you're likely to find yourself in a significant position of authority and influence at this time. It is likely to be a phase of great activity, but you can handle it. With these powers in play, you're able to discipline yourself to bring together the meditation, creativity, rest, and action required. Take action or take advantage of this time and use these powers well. They are nothing less than the divine forces moving through you so that you can manifest their power in the world. The power, heart, and mind of God dwell within you. Close your eyes and feel these divine forces. Your energy grows, your heart overflows with love, and your mind is as boundless as the sky. Feel yourself expand to limitlessness. Okay, so let me go over the two cards that were on the bottom. The first was the Queen of Roses. Okay. One more. This card shows a beautiful woman with roses in her hair and all around her. A beautiful scene expands outside, but she is peacefully focusing on the flower in her hand. The Queen of Roses signifies a woman who is loving and supportive, but with a passionate side as well. This is the card of a loving connection. A relationship with someone you know may deepen and become more meaningful, or someone new may appear. Be open to the connection. It may be a romantic one, or it might be that a friend, family member, or a co-worker is going to be helpful and valuable to you in some way. The Queen of Roses can represent you or a woman in your life stepping into the role of wife or mother at this time. It's a time for loving energy to be voiced. This card upright sometimes shows a happy resolution to a difficulty with family, friend, or love relationship. The time for peaceful, loving connections is at hand, so open your heart to the expression of caring within and around you. Close your eyes and step into the energy of the Queen of Roses. Get to know that caring, power, and gentle temperament. Feel compassion fill you and notice your desire to bring a loving embrace to yourself and to the world. Next we have the Hilarion, number 5, Major Arcana. Seen here with spirit and the implements of study and scientific discovery, Hilarion is a powerful ascended master and a wonderful connection to the font of information that the Akashic records hold. He is the master of research, science, truth, healing, logical mind, concrete knowledge, and the spirit communication. So if you've been thinking about pursuing an endeavor in these areas, now is the time to start. Like the angels and other masters, Hilarion is always available to you. And receiving this card upright is telling you that his assistance is close at hand. If you are working on a project that requires research, a strong academic approach, and attention to detail, then it's full steam ahead. It's time to open to this master's energy if you have a job that involves any type of evidence detection and drawing conclusions from that discovery. These types of jobs include scientific research, mediumship, forensic activity, the law, medical testing, and more. These and similar activities should be on the rise for you now. It is the time to bring a logical approach to all your pursuits. Hilarion is right there with you, blessing you with help, clarity, and direction. Now close your eyes and sense the Master Hilarion beside you. Feel your energy lift and your vibrations quicken. Notice a new mental energy of alertness and easy understanding. Your mind is open like a boundless sky and everything becomes clear and bright. Bring that brightness to any situation in your life that needs clarity now. So it's really good to pay attention to how you're feeling and where you're going and what you're doing. Well, I put these in order, so I'll just have a little conversation with you. Anyway, so kind of like if someone invites you somewhere and you're getting the details of what this situation's going to be like, how does it make you feel? Does it make you feel uneasy? And it's not really a matter of feeling paranoid. It's a matter of feeling how things will go. If your mind is clear and you know yourself, right? You should follow your intuition. And I say that because there's been times where people have invited me somewhere and I really wanted to go, but I just decided to opt out. And it turned out that whatever, there's some drama, things like that I prefer to not be involved in. So by following my gut feeling, I saved myself like a big headache, right? So the court cards are the King of Scroll, the King of Forces, King of Scroll, the King of Forces, and the Queen of Roses. So, let's see, I'm trying to keep the reading a little bit time-wise. Anyways, so this could indicate that whoever's coming into your life, or this may be you, carries the forces, carries the spirit of the forces in the scrolls. And it could also mean that it could be two men coming into your life and you have to make a choice. Or you could be one of these two men who's going to talk to that someone special. And probably she has a choice of two. And then that would be her, right? So however it fits in your story. So we have 1, 1, 1, 3, 1, 4. Let's see. 2 5s. We have 6, 7, 8. No, we actually have, well, let's just go with 6, 7, 8. And then we have 10, 11, and 15 and 20. So we can Google couple. Let's go with the 678 first. For the angel numbers, right? So this is, according to Pinterest, the angel number 678 is a sign of growth and success, and that your sorrows will end and happy times are coming. It also means that the universe has witnessed your dejection and distress, and that it will not let you suffer anymore. The angels are also devising plans to help you and protect you from life's adversities and hurdles. So whoever's feeling sad out there, I'm sorry you're going through it. And I've been there. I know how that feels. And how did I pull myself through? I guess I got to the point where I just realized it is what it is. And I've had my times of trying to change how I feel. And it's a matter of how I really did it was I put more love into myself. I was blessed to be able to do the artwork, which was healing for me. The necklaces, the bracelets, the paintings. And I actually aspire to, I have a chainsaw that's, will cut a 3-inch piece of wood. You've probably seen it on, like on Facebook or whatever. I forget where I saw it, maybe YouTube. But I have one of those, and I actually want to try to do like a carving, like of a dolphin out of wood or something like that. But, it takes a lot of practice, and you have to have a space. And right now I don't have either, but I do have the saw to do that, or the chainsaw. So I just keep, like I've lived alone since 2019, the summer of 2019, and it was hard to adjust living alone, and but I had to weigh out, did I want to stay with my husband, or did I want to live alone? I chose to live alone, and I feel like I tried everything to get him to turn around, and to notice that I treat him so well, and no matter what I did, it was like a rejection. Sometimes my food wasn't up to his par. Sometimes, I don't know, we worked together, so sometimes, I don't know, he always let me work at my own pace, but my pace was fast because, when you're self-employed, the faster you get the work done and you do it in a good way, your best way that you can do, the more money you make, right? You can't take your time on every job if the money's not there. Otherwise, you might get only paid like $6 an hour, right? So you do have to hustle a lot when you're self-employed. But overall, he had his problems, I had my problems. We just couldn't, there's no need to stay together if we kept letting things happen that put more in between us, if you can understand that. So being alone, I was able to eat healthier. I was able to eat the foods that I liked. I was able to eat the quantities I wanted. I only bought little amounts, and I ate it till it was gone or whatever. There was less waste, and it just made my life was better being alone. And I still feel that way. However, it does get lonely sometimes. And I just know that I have all of you out there. And hopefully you'll start commenting so I know that you're really with me. But you don't have to if you feel like it or whatever. But so I'm talking to a camera, right? I'm talking to a video, but I just feel like energetically when you are viewing it, it's like we're right here together, because energetically, really, we are. You want to know the truth. So you are never alone. Energetically is like, I'm sure you heard it before. If you're thinking about a relative, a cousin, and all of a sudden that cousin calls you and you say, I was just thinking about you. You know, energetically, you were sending him a message, or he was sending you a message. Hey, I'm getting ready to call you. I hope you're available, kind of thing. So you are really never alone. Okay, so let me see if I can get to, I really like that. Oh, here we go. Joanne, Sacred Scribes. Okay. Number 678 is a combination of the attributes and energies of number 6 and number 7 and the vibrations of number 8. Number 6 relates to problem solving and overcoming obstacles, love of home and family and domestic, nurturing, service to others and selflessness, responsibility and reliability, and providing for the self and others. Number 7 resonates with determination and persistence of purpose, faith and spirituality, introspection, learning and education, spiritual awakening and development, mysticism, empathy, and psychic abilities. Number 8 brings the energies of self-confidence and personal authority, skills and talents, inner wisdom, discernment, and good judgment, manifesting wealth and abundance, and the concept of karma, the spiritual law of cause and effect. Angel number 678 brings a message from the angels that your devotion to your spiritual practices has ensured your material wants and needs will always be met, and your endeavors will reap both personal and financial rewards in your life. You have learned how to balance your spiritual life with the monetary and physical world, and this will see an increase to the flow of material abundance in your life, as well as the sense of inner peace and joy. With the increase to your prosperity, be mindful that the more you have, the more you have to share. Use your riches wisely and nurture yourself and others with love, kindness, and compassion. Angel number 678 encourages you to work towards gaining more spiritual knowledge and wisdom and incorporating into your daily life. Your positive attitude towards your health, financial status, relationships, love, and life in general is manifesting your deepest desires and promoting positive outcomes and results in all aspects. Be open-hearted, accepting of others, and generous of spirit, and serve your purpose and soul mission with passion and persistence, knowing within that you are on the right path. So always love yourself. God, if you love God and you're a child of God, God would want you to love yourself, right? Just makes sense. So just nurture yourself and love yourself. People say take yourself out to dinner. I don't really feel comfortable eating alone, like in public. It's kind of an eerie feeling to me. So it's one of those things that maybe I need to force myself to do. And it's every day's a new day, and every day we just try to be happy. We try to be satisfied at the end of the day. The thing about the day, right? What have you done with your day? Have you cleaned your house? Have you got out and gone for a walk? Have you prepared good meals for yourself? Have you found satisfaction in your day? Are you still learning? Are you still growing? Are you still studying? Whether it's your art artistic, do you have artistic abilities? Do you like drawing? Do you like painting? Do you like building things? Those are all the things that, whatever your passion is, right? You should try to do something that makes your heart sing. And, if you're doing dishes and this tune comes in your mind, the tune that comes in my mind for some reason is, since we're in that age group, right, is the Rolling Stones, Mick Jagger, You Can't Always Get What You Want. You know what I mean? I don't know why. Sometimes that song comes into play, and then a little tune that I used to hum when I'd be walking through this little town went something like this. It went do 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 do. So when I'd be walking down the street, like to go to the park, that's what I would do. I would have that sound coming out of my mouth. What it's related to, I don't really know yet. God hasn't revealed that yet. However, since I've come back to California, that tune came back in my mind. So it must have some ethereal meaning that hasn't been brought to light for me yet. So anyways, we're 111 and 41 seconds. That's the end of our reading. Thank you so much for spending all this time with me. I really appreciate you. I'm sending you love, light, peace, hope, harmony, healing, peace, and joy. All the goods. Anyways, God bless you all. I'll see you on the next time. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment for the algorithm of the channel. And have a beautiful evening, a beautiful day, whatever time it is when you view this posting. Okay, we'll see you on the next one. I love you. Aloha. Bye-bye.